Gladiator II review. I'm also going to be doing some barbell rows, as this is somewhat seen in the movie, but on a boat. Gladiator II was probably one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I love the first one. I love men fighting each other to the death. I love period pieces, so this is very up my alley. Might sound familiar, but the movie is following a slave who becomes a gladiator, who then fights for his freedom. Bit of context, it opens up saying this is a couple years after the events of the first one, and there are twin emperors that are being very devious, and the people of Rome aren't happy. So we start off in a battle scene with our main guy, Paul Mescal. Really like him, by the way, and all out war for the Romans, getting more territory. Our main character gets captured as a slave and his wife gets killed in front of him. And then from there, he's taken as a slave to fight in the arenas, where Denzel Washington takes him as his subject to fight for. And he becomes a gladiator. Borderline identical to the first movie, and I'm really not complaining about it. So from there, we're kind of following fight to fight. We're getting insights into what's happened after the first Gladiator, and then our guy keeps fighting, keeps winning. He's kind of based, it's kind of awesome. It really made me want to start fighting for a living. So if I start doing some underground fights, just bet on me, it'll be free money. I'll give a quick spoiler warning, because I do want to quickly cover the rest of the plot. So you find out Lucius is our main character's name. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but he's the son of Maximus, you know, the gladiator in the first one. And his mom has realized it's him throughout the movie. I forgot her name, and I haven't really mentioned, but Pedro Pascal was originally his motivation to kill because he was the one that raided his village and was responsible for his wife's death. But you find out he's actually a good guy and he opposes the emperors too, who are two little ginger scumbags, by the way. You know, I like gingers, but not these guys. Really don't like these guys. But you know, a lot of the true intentions come to play, so Denzel's character ended up wanting to take the role of emperor for himself, and he's been very effective in doing so. But when we find out the true lineage of Lucius, he uses it to his advantage, even though he knew who he was the whole time. Well, he sends a messenger over the doctor he's made friends with to get his father's army at his side to help rebel against the kingdom of Rome, or the Empire of Rome. And then in the final gladiator fight, that's when this whole takeover of Rome takes place. But his mum gets killed in the way. She didn't have to die. That really annoyed me. I feel like her death was very unnecessary. Lucius fights and he wins and he unites Rome. Big, alright? So that's pretty much the movie. But it was an epic. It was an epic. It was... One of the main criticisms I've seen, which I think is very valid, is this really is just the first movie's whole plot, almost to a T. It's very similar. But I don't mind that. I don't think every movie has to be this grand, original project, you know? Like, sometimes I just want to see some dudes fighting to the death in a coliseum. And that's all I really want to see. Don't make me feel bad for watching... I still think, like, anyone who likes kind of Roman Empire stuff or men fighting, just any type of grand sandals epic, you should watch Gladiator 2. I really liked it. They could re-release a Gladiator film with basically the same plot 10 times and I will still like it. The day after I saw this, I came out to the gym for a full 10-hour workout.
It's basically an 8-hour arm workout.
And I basically worked myself to the point of passing out. Do I recommend that? Obviously, you should do that every day. 10-hour workouts. Leave your job, leave your family, just go to the gym and you too can be a gladiator. Also, is it sus to really appreciate the men's bodies in the movie? Let me know. The only moment in this film that took me out was one of the Colosseum battles is filled with water, which apparently happened, but they had sharks in the fucking Colosseum. I could be wrong. Maybe that is historically accurate. But I just thought that was crazy. People were saying Denzel's accent took him out of it. Like, they're talking English in ancient Rome. Like, who gives a fuck, bro? But yeah, so that's Gladiator 2. Do I recommend it? Highly. Fights. Very cool. Very epic. Don't have to think very hard, just enjoy the fights. I like the soundtrack too, similar to the first one, but obviously, I feel like they've really taken the approach of why change something if it ain't broke? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've kind of done that here. You know, at the end, Lucius even dawns his father's armor. Obvious fan service. Again, I am the fans they are servicing, so I liked it. Maybe you're gonna get serviced by your fans. So my rating for Gladiator 2. 8 sexes. Point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows, 8.4. I mean, in terms of enjoyment, I could give it even higher. But you know, I'm trying to be a little bit consistent in these ratings. Are you not entertained? Shall I show him mercy? They're going to have spoken.